Hello, Theo. Wait, sorry, just something on the camera. No, I didn't get it. Yeah, there we are, got it. If you live in Australia, or have lived in Australia, I'm sure you've seen a bit of Australian reality TV before. Whether it's on in the background when your family member is watching it, or you personally subjected yourself to that torture, I reckon you will on some level agree with me when I say it sucks. But if you haven't lived in Australia before, then allow me to regale you in the wonderfully terrible world of Australian reality TV. There's plenty of them to choose from. You've got Beauty and the Geek, My Mum, Your Dad, Seven Little Johnsons, but the ones I'm wanting to talk about are Married at First Sight Australia and Love Island Australia. I'm not excited.
Thanks, Doc, but now I'm speaking. Hey, I'm the Doc, and I'm here to direct you towards that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2024, and it would be awesome if you could help me reach that goal. I've got a bunch of really cool videos coming up, which I think you would love, and maybe even some streams too. I don't know. You would just have to stay tuned. Anyway, back to this guy.
So Married at First Sight, like most Australian shows, is just a rip-off of something that the UK or US did first, but it's worse. If you're unfamiliar with the concept, it's pretty straightforward. A bride and a groom who have never met each other meet at the altar for the first time, and every week they meet with other contestants and the experts and decide to either stay another week or leave. And the issue I have with the show isn't the premise. I truly believe this is a good idea for a show. The issue I have with it is that it's not real. I know, hot take. I think reality TV should be real. You have some contestants complaining about how faked the show is. Then you have some contestants pretending to be together at the end of the show, and even some cases of some being forced to separate merely because it makes more interesting television. And that's the main issue. They value intrigue over authenticity. And then in that process, you get these people who are made to look like bigger assholes than they actually are. And they proceed to get abused in the street and sent death threats from people who watch these shows and only know them for their characters. So you take all of that, and now you must expect the show to be really good, right?
I think you've got really nice feet, by the way. You're very chunky.
The first issue, and it's very common in reality TV, is the insane, preposterous, ludicrous, harebrained, farcical use of sound effects. It's like a bloody Johnny Test episode. Now there is one question we need to answer. If we look past the fact that the show is mostly faked, does the show actually work? Are these experts, which by the way is a very glamorous title to give to these people. I think the producers realized that these guys aren't actually very good at their job, so to counteract it, they just made everyone else in the show sound really dumb to make them look smarter by comparison. But anyway, does the experiment work? Well, luckily, there's some data about the first couple of seasons. Out of the total 13 couples from all 3 first seasons, 8 decided to stick together by the end of the show, which is over 50% of the participants. So I guess the answer is yes, it does work. Sorry, what's that? Oh, there's another column? Oh, cool. So out of the 8 couples that decided to stay, how many are still together? 1? There's only 1 still together? And this information is over 3 years old, so it might be 0. So you go through all of this, the experts perfectly pair these people, and you only have a success rate of 7%? And that's being generous, because I'm pretty sure it's lower. Jeez. After watching all those people commit to one person for the rest of their life, I'm really looking for some degenerates. I wonder if there's a show for that.
That should shake things up.
So, Love Island, again, not originally Australian, but if you are unfamiliar, let me fill you in. Love Island gathers 5 men and women to an island. This is a luxury island, and they are forced to couple up based on first impressions, which, based on the episode I watched, involved some interesting impression tactics. Throughout the show, they'll bring in new people to stir the pot, and contestants will be given the opportunity to recouple throughout the show. Throw in way too many ass shots and you've got yourself a viral show that sends awesome messages to the people watching, which is primarily young girls. Great job, Love Island. Also, this narrator needs to calm down. I get a headache every time they do an establishing shot and he opens his mouth.
Charlie! Can you confirm you're gonna screw this up real bad?
I asked my doctor about these symptoms and he said it's a completely normal side effect to watching this show. Now to conclude, I wanted to say that it's really easy for me to criticize these shows because everyone does. But if you enjoy watching them, good for you. Don't take anything I say in this video as a reason for you not to watch it. Clearly, I'm not the target demographic for these shows, and that's fine. So watch whatever you want to watch, but just don't act like any of these people.